Have you ever said yes to something not because you wanted to, but because you didn't want someone to be upset with you? Or you held back a thought, an idea, or even sharing your faith because you were too focused on how people might react? I have. And in Proverbs chapter 29, verse 25, it says, "Fearing people is a dangerous trap, but trusting the Lord means safety." That verse is blunt, and it needs to be because most of us don't even realize how often we make decisions based on fear of people rather than trust in God. And fear of people doesn't always show up loud, it shows up subtle. It's in the overthinking. If you know me, I'm an overthinker. The "what are they going to think" loop playing in your head, the holding back, the approval chasing, the version of you that changes slightly depending on who you're around. And I've fallen victim to that many times. The wild part is most people won't even notice. They'll think you're just easygoing or flexible or really nice. But inside, you're running anxious, trying to keep everybody happy while quietly ignoring what God might actually be calling you to do. It's exhausting. That's why Proverbs calls it a trap, because it looks harmless, but it holds you back. So, what's the way out? Well, Proverbs gives it to us. It says, "But trusting the Lord means safety." That's the opposite of fear. It is surrender. It's not about being reckless or rude. It's about deciding that God's opinion carries the most weight. That when God says, "I'm enough," I believe it. That when God leads me to speak, that I won't silence myself just to stay liked. That when God calls me to step out, I don't shrink back to stay in my comfort zone. And I've realized the more I try to manage people's perception of me, the more drained and exhausted I feel. But the more that I trust in God and stay faithful to who He's called me to be, the more peace I walk in. So here's my heart check for today. Am I more focused on being liked or being led? Do I care more about being safe with people or being secure in God? Because I'll be honest, I still have to pause and ask myself, am I doing this to honor God or am I doing this to avoid disappointment? Am I holding back because He's saying wait? Or am I holding back because I'm afraid of people? And we can't grow spiritually if we're constantly shrinking to fit people's comfort zones. And we don't have to. God has already called us, God has approved us, and He's given us everything we need to walk in who God made us to be. And so, my prayer is, God, help me stop living for approval and start walking in trust. Free me from the fear of people and help me speak when you say speak and move when you say move and rest in the fact that I am safe with you even when people don't understand me. Proverbs 29, verse 25 says, "Fearing people is a trap, but trusting the Lord is safety." I want to live like that today. So I hope this encouraged you. We love you guys. If you have questions, please reach out. God bless you guys, man. And episode 10 is out. It's a little bit different than what we usually would do. Go check that out. And I'm excited for Friday to hear from Christian. Love you guys.